Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. We're going to start this love reading by taking a look at your overall energy. And we start with home. Focus. I know what I want and I can't stop until I have it. The Knight of Cups. So this focus is undergirded by this home energy, the supportive home energy, and so that is allowing you to really look for and move toward what you're wanting to experience in this connection in your life. And the Knight of Cups here, you're in this mode of starting to present the idea and the emotions of this connection and your desire here, your real desire to your person, and trying to determine, are they aligned with that? Is it something they're looking for too? You're really pushing in that direction right now, and perhaps you haven't really broached the topic just yet in conversation with them. Perhaps you have, but your energy is really pushing in that direction now and focused in that way more than it has been in quite a while. Right, what about your person? What is their overall energy here? Entrapment. Nervous. My anxiety is worse than ever before. I'm constantly worried and insecure. And the Queen of Cups. So this nervous and entrapment energy, these are the same. These are that holding back energy, right? That they don't really see that there's a path for. They don't know how to take a step out beyond the boundaries that they imagine are really kind of like brick walls around them, that entrapment, right? And a lot of this is just fear that things won't play out the way that they want them to, which is very interesting because that's all in opposition to this Queen of Cups energy, that energy that relies on the intuition, that is the embodiment of the divine feminine emotional energy. So they've got a real big conflict inside of themselves, and that's probably also driving this nervous energy even more, right? Because they have this part of them that's trying to kind of compel them forward and get them moving forward, and then they have a lot of this fear that's really just holding them back, and so that friction inside, creates angst, creates nervousness, right? And all of that really gets manifest in our body physically. And if we persist in that state for too long, it can bring a lot of negative things to our life. It can bring certainly the whole idea of depression and really that kind of an energy, but also, physical ailment and stuff too, because we can really hold our body in such an unnatural sort of state that we just can't physically deal with it. So it's going to be good for your person to be able to try to push through this. And, again, this energy is real. These feelings they have are real. It's not imaginary per se, but they do need to be able to push through them, right, to kind of overcome them. And they have the power and perspective to do that. They have to make the decision intentionally to do it too, though. How do you feel about this connection, Gemini? The Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. You're feeling a little stuck here too, and perhaps it's because you don't have a real good way to communicate with your person. Perhaps you don't have much contact with them at the present time. Perhaps that's because of some separation, some physical distance, some just circumstances that we find ourselves in. But a lot of that too is also your mental perspective about it, right? There's energetic connections that can be made that are beyond even just verbal communication. So be aware of that, but also know that there are other ways that you can move forward too in, focusing on yourself in this time and making sure you are ready for this connection to move forward. Find those cycles and patterns inside of yourself, much like your person with this nervous energy coming up. Are there things in yourself that you can release? Are there things that you can bring into alignment with this goal, this Ace of Pentacles, that you feel around this connection and the real desire that you have for that to really aim your life at that really deep connection with this person that you're looking for? Know that if you can align every part of yourself with that, then the universe has nothing to do but to respond to that, to start to open up those pathways. And that's a real sort of magic that we have in our lives to influence things that way. So definitely keep that in your mind and in your heart. How does your person feel about this connection? The Two of Wands, the Prince of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Prince of Swords here is Knight of Swords. So they want to communicate with you if they aren't, and something's holding them back if they're not. And if they are, they may not be giving you the full picture of how they feel because they don't know. They're just kind of like very talkative and just maybe talking around what they want to talk about versus talking directly about what they're focused on. Six of Pentacles here, they'll have this feeling that this connection is a balancing connection, and I think this is so true. It's going to bring this nervous and entrapment energy, these things that are really kind of this friction inside of them, into a balance and really a release mechanism for that, honestly, to bring their soul and their own body into balance with itself. I think that this can be the relationship to do that. The Two of Wands, though, they're stuck at a decision point of what to do from where they are. I think they're so focused on this nervous energy. The fear has taken them so deeply that they're just kind of frozen and they're not sure how to move. They're definitely going to have to make that decision and really try to take some action for things to shift in their life. How do you view this connection, Gemini? The Chariot, the Ten of Swords, and the Page of Wands. I think the Ten of Swords here is your intuition picking up on that if they don't let go of these energies, there's really nowhere for this to go. And I think that is a true pickup from you. I think that's a true intuition because they are definitely holding themselves back just generally in their life right now by living in this kind of nervous fear energy. But you see things can definitely move forward if they do release that, right? And for the Page of Wands here that it's going to take some action on their side. They're going to have to start down that path. But not only that, I think that you can do the same, Gemini. So know that the worst outcome here is that this just does not work out. That's the way that it looks. And I know that may be something regrettable and sad, but that wouldn't be as bad as things beginning to work and then really blowing it up in a very negative way, causing a lot of pain, a lot of extra heartache, in addition to it not working out aspect. So I think it's worth to try to push forward here. I guess that's my meaning behind all of this, is that it is worth to push forward here because it's going to help you understand more about yourself, Gemini, and hopefully it's going to help your person understand more about themselves as well. Like I said, open up beyond that fear, understand that fear, letting that fear control their life is not going to allow them to experience any kind of the joy that they really want in this life. How does your person see this connection? The Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Five of Cups. Four of Pentacles, they don't want things to change because they're afraid if it changes, it's just going to get worse. It's not going to get better. Trying to hold on to where they are is a guarantee that things are going to become worse and not better, at least from their perspective. It's just that whole energetic perspective. It's really funny because we feel oftentimes when we're in that Four of Pentacles energy that, look, I'm not going to want too much, and if I don't want too much, then I can't be too disappointed. Without realizing that we're taking so many things for granted that all of those things can change too. And so that's why this Four of Pentacles never works out when we try to hold on to a certain state of things. It's because the universe isn't like that. The universe is always changing, right? Energies are always in flux and always changing. And so we have to be aware of that and kind of flow with that, right? That's kind of being in the flow, right? Understanding that things change, and when things change, if we are aligned with ourselves, then we can be aligned with that flow of energy as well, and things feel much more smooth and much easier than when we are kind of bucking against that or trying to fight against that flow. Five of Cups, this fear is from something in their past. They're so focused on it, and that's why they're nervous, is because they're kind of like looking at the past and like using that as a projection or projector of what the future could look like. And so they fear the past, and then they also fear the future. That's why they want to stay where they are right now with the Four of Pentacles. But the reality is this Ace of Cups, right? It's this pivotal card on their side that their view on this connection, it is that it is what's going to be that fulfilling emotional thing for them, that's what they want, right? That's what they're trying to move toward, but they're not moving, right? And they have to begin any kind of movement, make a decision at this Two of Wands point to even get there. And so it's this complete internal conflict that they have of, I want to move forward very quickly and I want to stay right here also. You can't do both. They have to make a decision. That's why they're stuck at that Two of Wands. All right, so what are next steps for you, Gemini? Four of Pentacles for you, Four of Wands for you, and the King of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles here is to remind you, and this is just kind of the same thing, that you can't hold on to things being the way that they are or a certain way either. Again, that energetic flow we were talking about, you have to be aware of that and, see how you can align with that. It doesn't mean that you can't have your own goals and desires and visions for the future. By no means does it mean that. And in fact, you absolutely can have any of that you want. You just have to understand how that does align with these energetic flows, right? And then align yourself internally and get that internal alignment in alignment with those flows. Very possible, though. Four of Wands here, keep moving toward the commitment, because the commitment can help, I think, bring your person out of the fear. And I don't mean like the marriage commitment first. What I mean is commitment to this connection, this relationship. Show them how much you care. And the more that they see that, I think the more they'll start to release this grip on that fear. And the King of Pentacles, again, taking action is really a theme here on both sides of this reading. Got to take action toward that vision for this relationship. If you don't, again, it's not going to go anywhere and probably will just completely fizzle. And what are next steps for them? The Seven of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. More action. They've got to be aware that their barriers don't stop you, Gemini, from, really reaching out even more, because they could be shutting that down in some way, even if it's subconscious. They've got to be aware of that, though, so that they don't block the possibilities of this relationship moving forward. Seven of Wands, that's that conflict. They've got to resolve the conflict. They've got to let it go. If they don't, then they're going to keep this nervous, anxious energy with them forever. They're going to be in a persistent Nine of Swords state, and that's definitely not what they want. What they want is this Queen of Pentacles, right? They want to begin that experience of the result of acting on their intuition, right? That's that Queen of Cups. Taking that emotion into action, right? By making the decision at the Two of Swords point and moving toward this Ace of Cups outcome. That will allow them to experience the full richness of what this relationship can represent for them, but also for you, Gemini. That's the thing, is that this could be a really wonderful relationship if the two of you can really make it work out together. And that sounds so trite, I know, but the reality of it is it can be that simple. It really can be that simple here. So let's get some of these message cards and see what your person has to say. Thank you for your beautiful presence in my life. A really wonderful sentiment here. Your person is expressing that gratitude, which is the basis for everything wonderful in life. I fully believe that anything that is worthwhile in life comes to us through a path of a first step of gratitude, being grateful that we have this life that we have, being grateful that we can do the things that we can do, that we can understand the things that we understand. And they, having this gratitude for you and your presence in their life, is the first step toward really manifesting what this relationship can truly be. Say you want me for a lifetime. Well, they want this to be a very long-term connection. And I think that you probably feel that way too with this Four of Wands coming out. And again, say it, right? Letting them know how you feel. And that's interesting that the Knight of Cups is your overall energy here too. Letting them know about your emotions, letting them know about what you're looking for here. That's important. That's really going to be important to open up to that, Gemini. So know that they feel that way too. All right, Gemini, I hope this reading was helpful for you. Please only take those elements that resonated with you, as that's the important information that your higher self has for you to, move down that path toward the relationship you're looking at experiencing. And thank you so much for spending some of your valuable and precious time here with my channel, and this reading is so very meaningful to me, so I really appreciate you being here. Please accept that gratitude. Thank you, Gemini. And, I do hope this was a helpful reading. I'll say it again because I really do. That's why I do these. And please let me know in the comments below if there's anything that would make these readings better for you. Just let me know, and I will definitely take a look at it. Again, thanks again, Gemini, for being here, and we will see you next time.